Close your eyes now, and let yourself settle into this moment, this peaceful moment, where nothing else matters, where time itself seems to slow down, where everything becomes soft, and gentle, and perfectly still. Did you know that right now, at this very moment, you are traveling through space at an incredible speed? You're on planet Earth, which is rotating at about 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, while simultaneously orbiting the Sun at 67,000 miles per hour. And the Sun itself, along with our entire solar system, is moving through the Milky Way galaxy at approximately 500,000 miles per hour. And the Milky Way, our home galaxy, is racing through the universe at over 1 million miles per hour. Yet you feel perfectly still, perfectly calm, perfectly at rest. This is the beautiful paradox of existence, that we can be moving through the cosmos at unimaginable speeds while experiencing perfect peace, perfect stillness, perfect calm. And tonight, you're going to drift through the infinite wonders of space, float among the stars and galaxies, explore the vast cosmic ocean that holds us all, and in doing so, find the deepest, most peaceful, most restorative sleep you've had in a long time. If journeys like this bring you peace and rest, if stories that carry you beyond the everyday world help you release and relax, consider subscribing, so more soothing stories can find you every week. More peaceful explorations, more gentle guides to rest, more doorways to wonder and calm, waiting to welcome you into deep, healing, restorative sleep. Tonight, you're going to journey through the most magnificent realm that exists, the universe itself, from the stars above to the galaxies beyond, from our neighboring planets to the farthest reaches of space, from the birth of stars to the dance of cosmic forces, from ancient light to infinite darkness. We'll explore together, gently, softly, 100 soothing discoveries about space and the cosmic wonders that surround us. Each fact will dissolve into you like starlight, carrying you deeper and deeper into the most restful sleep. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, no gravity holding you down, no weight pressing upon you. Just breathe, softly, naturally, and let these gentle truths about the cosmos guide you into the deepest, most peaceful, most restorative rest. This itself is becoming weightless, this letting go, this release, this gentle drift into the infinite. Let's begin this journey together, slowly, peacefully, drifting now into the beautiful boundless expanse of space. Imagine yourself floating, truly floating, no longer bound by Earth's gravity, no longer held by anything solid. You're suspended in the gentlest darkness, like floating in the calmest waters, but instead of water, you're surrounded by space itself, by the infinite cosmic ocean. The darkness here isn't frightening, isn't cold or harsh. It's soft, welcoming, peaceful, like the darkness behind your closed eyelids, like the gentle darkness of deep sleep. You're safe here, comfortable here, more relaxed than you've ever been. Your breathing flows naturally, in and out, in and out. Each breath is effortless, automatic. You don't need to think about breathing, just as astronauts don't need to think about floating. It happens naturally, perfectly. Your body knows what to do. Your lungs fill, your chest rises, your breath releases, your chest falls. Like the rhythm of the cosmos, like the pulse of stars, your breathing is part of the universal rhythm, the eternal flow, the peaceful dance of existence. The silence wraps around you gently, but it's not complete silence. Space has its own sound, or what if sound could travel through vacuum? Instead, there's a profound quietness, a deep stillness that's more restful than any earthly silence. This is the peace of the cosmos, the calm at the heart of everything, the infinite quiet that holds all the stars, all the galaxies, all of existence. You float in this stillness, surrounded by it, becoming part of it, merging with the peaceful vastness of space. You're drifting through space now, and above you, around you, in every direction, stars appear. Countless stars, billions of stars. Each one a sun, each one shining with its own light, each one a massive sphere of plasma held together by its own gravity, burning hydrogen, creating light, radiating energy across the vast distances of space. And here's something beautiful about these stars you're seeing. The light from the stars has traveled for years, decades, centuries, even thousands of years to reach you. When you look at a star, you're seeing into the past. You're seeing light that left that star before you were born, before your parents were born, sometimes before civilization existed. Each point of light is a message from the past, a photon that's been traveling through space for unimaginable spans of time, finally arriving here, finally reaching your eyes, finally completing its cosmic journey. The nearest star to Earth, after our Sun, is Proxima Centauri, about 4.2 light-years away. That means the light you'd see from Proxima Centauri left that star over 4 years ago, traveling at the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second, covering nearly 6 trillion miles in a single year, and still taking 4 years to cross the distance. This gives you a sense of scale, of the vast distances between stars, of the magnificent spaciousness of the cosmos. And somehow, floating here, understanding these distances, makes you feel peaceful, makes you feel held by something vast and eternal, makes you feel small in the most comforting way. Stars come in different colors, and here's why. The color depends on temperature. The hottest stars, stars burning at over 30,000 degrees Celsius, appear blue or blue-white. Cooler stars, around 3,000 degrees, appear red or orange. Our Sun, at about 5,500 degrees, appears yellow-white. The variety is beautiful, like cosmic jewels scattered across the darkness. Blues and whites and yellows and oranges and reds, all glowing with their own light, all burning with their own fires, all singing their own silent songs across the emptiness of space. You're floating closer to one star now, not too close, just close enough to appreciate its majesty, to feel its warmth, to understand its power. This star is similar to our Sun. A medium-sized star, what astronomers call a main sequence star. For billions of years it will burn steadily, fusing hydrogen into helium in its core, releasing tremendous energy, providing light and warmth to any planets that orbit it. This process, nuclear fusion, is what powers all stars, what keeps them shining, what makes them visible across light years of space. And here's something about the life of stars, about their beautiful impermanence. Stars are born, live, and die. They form in nebulae, vast clouds of gas and dust, where gravity pulls material together, compressing it, heating it, until nuclear fusion ignites. A star is born. It lives for millions or billions of years, steadily burning, steadily shining. And eventually, it dies. Small stars fade gently, becoming white dwarfs, cooling slowly over eons. Massive stars explode spectacularly, becoming supernovae, scattering their elements across space, seeding the cosmos with the building blocks of planets and life. Every atom in your body, except hydrogen, was forged in the heart of a star, in the nuclear furnace of fusion. You are made of stardust, literally, physically, beautifully. You are the universe experiencing itself, star matter contemplating stars. Your breathing continues, slow, steady, peaceful. Each breath connects you to the cosmos. The oxygen you breathe was created in stars. The carbon in your body, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, all formed in stellar cores, all scattered by stellar deaths, all gathered into the earth, into life, into you. You're not separate from space, you're part of it, connected to it, made from it. This understanding brings deep peace, deep belonging, deep comfort. The stars around you seem to pulse gently, seem to breathe with you. Though in reality stars shine steadily, from your perspective, floating here in this peaceful state, they seem to flicker with a gentle rhythm, like distant candles, like cosmic lighthouses, all keeping watch, all burning faithfully, all contributing their light to the vast cathedral of space. The silence deepens, becomes more profound, more complete. You're so far from Earth now, so far from noise and chaos and daily concerns. Here there's only peace, only stars, only the gentle cosmic darkness that cradles everything. This darkness isn't empty, it's full of potential, full of energy, full of the mysterious dark matter and dark energy that make up most of the universe. But you don't need to understand it, just appreciate it, just float in it, just rest in the arms of the cosmos. You're drifting now, floating gently through space, and ahead, you see something magnificent. Something that takes your breath away. A nebula, a vast cloud of gas and dust, glowing with ethereal light, stretching across space like cosmic art, like the universe painting with light and matter, like a celestial garden blooming in the darkness. And here's something wonderful about nebulae, about these cosmic clouds. They're stellar nurseries, birthplaces of stars. Gravity pulls the gas and dust together, slowly, over millions of years, creating dense regions, which collapse further, heat up, and eventually ignite as new stars. What you're seeing is creation itself, the universe making new lights, new sources of warmth and energy, new possibilities. Everything is being born here, everything is beginning, and it's beautiful, so incredibly beautiful. The nebula before you glows in shades of red and pink. These colors come from hydrogen gas, excited by radiation from nearby stars, glowing like a cosmic neon sign. Other parts glow blue and green, oxygen and other elements adding their colors, creating a palette that no earthly artist could imagine, let alone replicate. This is nature's art, the cosmos expressing itself in light and color and form. And you're here to witness it, to float through it, to be surrounded by its gentle glow. The nebula is vast, truly vast. It stretches for light years, for trillions upon trillions of miles. Yet from Earth it appears as just a small smudge through a telescope, sometimes invisible to the naked eye. This speaks to the scale of space, to the magnificent distances involved. Yet here, floating within it, you can appreciate its true grandeur, its overwhelming beauty, its peaceful presence. And here's something about the most famous nebula, the Orion Nebula, visible to the naked eye as the middle star in Orion's sword. It's about 1,300 light years away, meaning the light you see left that nebula before medieval times on Earth. It's one of the brightest nebulae, and one of the most studied. Within it, thousands of new stars are forming, young stars still shrouded in the gas that birthed them, baby suns learning to shine. This process has happened countless times, will happen countless more. Stars being born, living, dying, and in their deaths, creating the materials for new stars, new planets, new possibilities. You float deeper into the nebula. The gas is so thin, so diffuse, that you pass through it effortlessly, feeling nothing, sensing nothing. Yet you're surrounded by creation, by stellar birth, by the ongoing work of the cosmos. If you could stay here for millions of years, if you could watch patiently enough, you'd see stars form, see them ignite, see them begin their long lives of steady burning. But you don't need to wait, don't need to watch. You can simply appreciate this moment, this peaceful floating through cosmic clouds, this gentle drifting through the birthplace of stars. The colors shift around you, from red to pink to blue to violet. A cosmic aurora, a celestial light show. All created by simple physics, by atoms absorbing energy and releasing it as light, by the fundamental processes that govern the universe. Yet understanding the mechanism doesn't diminish the beauty, doesn't reduce the wonder. It enhances it, deepens it, makes it more remarkable that such beauty arises naturally, inevitably, from the laws of nature, from the way the universe simply is. Your breathing has slowed even more. You're so deeply relaxed now, so completely at peace. Floating through this stellar nursery, this cosmic garden, surrounded by the gentle glow of creation. Time doesn't matter here, worry doesn't exist here, there's only beauty, only peace, only the profound calm of floating in space, of being held by the universe, of witnessing wonders beyond imagination while feeling completely, perfectly, eternally safe and comfortable. The silence wraps around you gently. You're deep in the nebula now, deep in the glowing clouds. The light is soft, diffused, peaceful, like dawn or dusk, but cosmic, eternal. This light has no source you can point to. It comes from everywhere, from the glowing gas itself, from the excited atoms releasing photons, from creation itself glowing with the joy of becoming. And here's something about dark nebulae, about clouds that don't glow but instead block light. They appear as dark patches against the starry background, like cosmic shadows, like windows into deeper darkness. These are cold clouds, dense clouds, where dust blocks even stellar light. Yet even these dark regions are beautiful, are part of the cosmic tapestry, are places where stars will eventually form. Darkness isn't empty or evil or frightening. It's full of potential, full of future light, full of stars waiting to be born. You're drifting away from the nebula now, floating through the darkness, and ahead, you see a star with planets. A solar system, similar to ours yet unique, its own configuration, its own dance of worlds around a central sun. You're approaching, gently, slowly, no rush, just peaceful drifting toward these worlds. The innermost planet is small, rocky. Its surface is cratered and bare. It orbits close to its star, racing around in just weeks or months. Too hot for life as we know it, too close to the stellar fires. Yet beautiful in its own way, a testament to the variety of worlds, to the countless configurations that gravity and physics create. This planet has no atmosphere, no protection from space. Meteorites strike its surface constantly, over billions of years, creating the craters you see, creating its battered beauty. And here's something about rocky planets, about terrestrial worlds like Earth. They form close to their stars, where it's warm enough that gases can't condense. Only rock and metal can survive here, can coalesce into planets. These are the inner planets, the solid worlds, the places where you could theoretically stand, though most would kill you quickly through heat or cold or lack of air. Earth is special, rare, perhaps unique in our galaxy, perhaps one of countless inhabited worlds. We don't know yet, but we keep looking, keep wondering, keep hoping to find other worlds where life has taken hold. You drift past the rocky planet, approach the second world. This one is larger. Also rocky, but with an atmosphere, thin, mostly carbon dioxide. Its surface is red and orange, rust-colored dust covering ancient volcanic plains. This could be Mars, could be any number of Mars-like worlds. Planets that might once have held water, might once have been warmer, might once have harbored life. The past is written in their geology, in their dried riverbeds, in their ancient lake beds. Stories of what was, of what might have been, of possibilities that perhaps existed billions of years ago. The third planet, the third planet is beautiful. Blue and white and green. Covered in water, wrapped in clouds. This is an Earth-like world, a habitable planet, a rare jewel where conditions are just right. Not too hot, not too cold. With liquid water, with an atmosphere, with a magnetic field protecting it from radiation. Here life could flourish, might already flourish, might look up at the stars and wonder, just as we do, just as you're doing now, in your peaceful floating through space. And here's something about the habitable zone, about the Goldilocks zone where planets can harbor life. It's the region around a star where temperatures allow liquid water to exist. Not too close to the star, where water would boil away. Not too far, where it would freeze solid. But just right, where water can flow, where life, at least life as we know it, can potentially develop. Earth sits in the sun's habitable zone. And around other stars, other planets orbit in their own habitable zones. Other worlds where life might exist, where consciousness might have emerged, where beings might look up at their night sky and wonder, just as we wonder, just as you're wondering now. Beyond the Earth-like planet, you see a gas giant, a massive world, hundreds of times larger than Earth. This planet has no solid surface. It's all atmosphere, all gas, layers of hydrogen and helium extending down thousands of miles. Eventually, pressure becomes so intense the hydrogen acts like a liquid, like an ocean with no bottom. And deeper still, possibly a small rocky core. But mostly, this planet is just gas, just atmosphere, just clouds and storms and winds, yet beautiful, banded with colors, striped with atmospheric currents, crowned with a magnificent system of rings. The rings, oh the rings. They're made of ice and rock, billions of particles ranging from dust size to house size, all orbiting the planet, all reflecting sunlight, all creating this magnificent structure. These rings are thin, incredibly thin. Like nothing else in nature. They're temporary, in cosmic terms. They'll eventually fall into the planet, but for now, for millions of years yet, they remain beautiful, mesmerizing, peaceful in their silent eternal orbiting. And here's something about gas giants, about Jupiter and Saturn and worlds like them. Despite their size, despite their mass, they're less dense than water. Saturn would actually float if you could find an ocean large enough. These massive worlds are mostly empty space, mostly atoms separated by vast distances. Like everything in the universe, mostly emptiness, mostly void, yet somehow substantial, somehow real, somehow beautiful. You float among the moons of the gas giant. It has many, dozens, perhaps hundreds if you count every captured asteroid, every tiny irregular satellite. Some moons are small and dark, potato-shaped rocks. Others are larger, spherical, with their own geology, their own history. One moon is covered in ice, beneath which might lie an ocean, a subsurface sea warmed by tidal forces, by the gravitational squeezing of its giant planet. This ocean, if it exists, might harbor life, might contain the second Genesis, the second place where life emerged. We don't know, not yet, but the possibility is beautiful, is hopeful, is profound. The silence deepens. The darkness embraces you. You're so far from everything, so deep in space, so immersed in cosmic peace. There's only you, and the planets, and the stars, and the infinite darkness, and it's perfect, it's beautiful, it's exactly where you need to be. Beyond the planets, you drift into a region filled with smaller bodies, asteroids. These are the leftovers, the building blocks that never formed into a planet, prevented by Jupiter's gravity from coalescing, from gathering together. Instead, they remain scattered, millions of rocky bodies, ranging from pebbles to mountains, all orbiting the sun. All part of the solar system's architecture, all telling stories of formation, of what might have been. And here's something about asteroids, about these cosmic rubble. Despite what science fiction shows, despite crowded asteroid fields in movies, the reality is far more peaceful, far more empty. Asteroids are separated by vast distances, millions of miles between them. If you were here in reality, you'd see one asteroid, and the next would be so far away it would be invisible, just another point of light among the stars. The asteroid belt isn't crowded, isn't dangerous, it's mostly empty space, like everything in the cosmos, vast distances between objects, magnificent spaciousness defining existence. You approach one asteroid, drifting closer. This one is large, maybe 100 miles across, potato-shaped, slowly tumbling. Its surface is gray, cratered, ancient. This rock is 4.6 billion years old as the solar system. It formed in the disk of dust and gas that swirled around the young sun, gradually growing through collisions, through gentle accumulations, through the patient work of gravity over millions of years. The surface is rough, pockmarked with craters from countless impacts over billions of years. Each crater tells a story, each mark is a record of collision, of violence transformed into sculpture, into beauty. Time has softened everything, has made even destruction peaceful. The asteroid drifts serenely, tumbling slowly, taking hours to complete one rotation, patient, eternal, indifferent to the passage of time. And here's something about what asteroids are made of. Most are rocky, similar to the rocks on Earth. Some are metallic, made of iron and nickel, the cores of larger bodies that were shattered by collisions. A few are carbonaceous, rich in organic compounds, in water. These are the most primitive, the least changed since the solar system formed. They hold clues to our origins, to how planets formed, to how life began. In their ancient rocks, scientists read the history of the solar system, learn about the conditions that led to Earth, to life, to consciousness, to you floating here in peaceful contemplation. You drift among many asteroids now. Some are small, some are large, all are ancient, all are peaceful, all are witnesses to billions of years of solar system history. They've seen everything, the formation of planets, the bombardment of Earth that brought water and organic compounds, the emergence of life, the evolution of consciousness. All while silently orbiting, patiently waiting, peacefully existing in the vast darkness. The silence is absolute now, perfect, complete. You're surrounded by vacuum, by the absence of air, by space where sound cannot travel. This silence is deeper than any earthly quiet, more profound than any meditation chamber. It's the silence of the cosmos, the quiet at the heart of everything. And floating here, experiencing this, you feel more relaxed than you've ever felt, more at peace than seems possible. The silence holds you, embraces you, becomes you. Your breathing continues, automatic, effortless. You don't need to think about it, don't need to control it. It happens naturally, perfectly, like the orbits of asteroids, like the spinning of the galaxy, like everything in the cosmos, following natural laws, flowing according to simple rules, creating complex beauty from simple principles. And here's something about Ceres, the largest object in the asteroid belt. It's big enough to be spherical, big enough that its gravity pulled it into a round shape, big enough to be classified as a dwarf planet. It might have water ice beneath its surface, might have had an ocean long ago, might still have liquid water deep underground. Like so many places in the solar system, it hints at possibilities, suggests potential, reminds us that water, and perhaps life, might be more common than we once thought. You're drifting away from the asteroid belt now, leaving these ancient rocks behind. They continue their patient orbiting, their endless circling, their eternal dance around the sun. Unaware of you, unaffected by your passing. They'll be here long after you're gone, long after Earth is gone, long after the sun has died. Some will survive to orbit whatever remains, bearing witness to the end, just as they witnessed the beginning. You're traveling outward now, away from the inner solar system, toward the realm of the outer planets, of the gas and ice giants, of the cold dark regions where the sun's light barely reaches, where temperatures drop to hundreds of degrees below zero, where worlds exist in twilight, in eternal dusk, in the quiet cold of deep space. The sun behind you has become just another star, brighter than the others, yes, but no longer the overwhelming presence it was closer in. Out here, in the outer solar system, the sun provides little warmth, little light. The planets here orbit in cold darkness, taking years, decades, even centuries to complete one orbit. Their days and nights are measured not in hours but in days or weeks. Time moves differently out here, slowly, patiently, peacefully. And here's something about the outer solar system, about these cold distant regions. The planets here are different from the inner worlds. They're mostly ice, mostly frozen gases, methane and ammonia and water ice. They formed where it was cold enough for these volatiles to freeze, to solidify, to become building blocks for planets. These worlds are exotic, alien, beautiful in their own way. Under their clouds, beneath their atmospheres, lie oceans of liquid gas, layers of ice under such pressure they become hot despite the cold. Strange states of matter that don't exist on Earth, conditions so extreme they seem impossible, yet they're real, natural, part of the cosmic variety. You approach the first ice giant, a beautiful blue world. The color comes from methane in its atmosphere, absorbing red light, reflecting blue. The planet is almost featureless. No bands like Jupiter, no hexagonal storm like Saturn. Just blue, serene blue, peaceful blue, like a cosmic pearl floating in darkness. This world has rings, thin faint rings, and moons, dark irregular moons, captured asteroids and pristine icy satellites, all orbiting, all moving in gravitational harmony. One moon is particularly interesting. It's large, spherical, with a surface of water ice. But this ice is different. It's geologically active, showing cracks and rifts, evidence of an ocean beneath. This moon might have more water than Earth, all hidden under an icy shell, all warmed by tidal heating, all possibly harboring life, simple life perhaps, microbial life, but life nonetheless. The possibility is tantalizing, is beautiful, is hope floating in the outer darkness. And here's something about Pluto, once the 9th planet, now classified as a dwarf planet. It orbits in the Kuiper Belt, the region beyond Neptune, taking 248 years to complete one orbit. Its surface is nitrogen ice. Its atmosphere, when it has one, is thin and temporary. It has 5 known moons, the largest being Charon, nearly half Pluto's size. They orbit each other, 2 worlds dancing, 2 cold bodies in the outer darkness, forever partnered, forever bound, forever alone together in the cosmic depths. You're drifting through the Kuiper Belt now, similar to the Asteroid Belt but larger, much larger, and composed of icy bodies rather than rocky ones. This is the realm of comets, of frozen volatiles, of ancient pristine material that's remained unchanged since the solar system formed. Billions of objects orbit here, most small, some large, all cold, all dark, all patiently orbiting in the outer darkness. Your breathing is barely perceptible now, so slow, so gentle, so peaceful. You're deeply relaxed, completely calm, entirely at ease. Floating in the outer solar system, in the cold dark, in the peaceful quiet. And despite the cold, despite the darkness, you feel warm, feel comfortable, feel safe. The cosmos holds you, space embraces you, the universe rocks you gently in its infinite arms. The silence is profound, deeper than before, more complete. You're so far from Earth now, so far from the sun, so far from anything familiar. Yet you feel at home, feel peaceful, feel right. There's something about the vastness, about the darkness, about the infinite quiet, that brings comfort, that creates peace, that allows complete, total, absolute relaxation. And here's something about the edge of the solar system, about where it ends. There's no sharp boundary, no wall or edge, just a gradual transition. The sun's influence extends far, very far, defining a region called the heliosphere, where the solar wind, particles streaming from the sun, dominates. Beyond this, interstellar space begins, the realm between stars. But the transition is gentle, gradual, peaceful. Like falling asleep, like drifting from wake to rest. No sudden change, just slow, gentle, natural transition. You've left the solar system now, truly left it. You're in interstellar space, the vast emptiness between stars. This is the deepest darkness, the profoundest quiet, the most complete vacuum. Here, atoms are so rare, so few and far between, that you could travel for miles without encountering a single one. This is emptiness, true emptiness, yet somehow, it doesn't feel empty. It feels full, full of potential, full of peace, full of infinite possibility. The stars around you are more apparent now, more vibrant, without the sun's overwhelming light. You can see them clearly, thousands, tens of thousands, visible to your adjusted vision. They form patterns, constellations, arbitrary connections humans have drawn, seeing shapes in randomness, finding meaning in chaos. The constellations you know: Orion, Ursa Major, Cassiopeia, they're just perspectives, just Earth's view. From here, from this point in interstellar space, the patterns are different, the stars arranged in new configurations, showing that what we see depends on where we stand, that perspective changes everything, that truth is relative to position. And here's something about the distances between stars. They're vast, incomprehensibly vast. The nearest star to the sun is over 4 light years away. 25 trillion miles. If the sun were the size of a basketball, Earth would be a peppercorn 25 feet away, and the nearest star would be another basketball 4,000 miles away. Everything else, all of space between, would be empty, void, nothing. This is the reality of the cosmos: vast distances, magnificent spaciousness, beautiful emptiness. You're drifting toward a nearby star, not Proxima Centauri, but another star, a binary system, 2 stars orbiting each other, bound by gravity, dancing together through space. They orbit their common center of mass, each pulling on the other, each affecting the other's path. They've been doing this for millions of years, will continue for millions more. 2 lights in the darkness, 2 warm hearts in the cold, 2 companions in the vast emptiness of space. Binary stars are common, very common. Most stars are not alone like the sun, but paired, or even in groups of 3 or more. Living in gravitational harmony, orbiting, dancing, maintaining their relationships through the simple laws of physics, through gravity and momentum and conservation of energy. It's beautiful, this cosmic partnership, this stellar companionship. It reminds you that nothing is truly alone, everything is connected, everything relates to everything else. The universe is fundamentally relational, fundamentally interconnected, fundamentally whole. And here's something about what's between the stars, about interstellar space. It's not completely empty. There's gas, very thin gas, about 1 atom per cubic centimeter. And dust, tiny particles, microscopic grains. These are the raw materials of new stars, new planets, new solar systems. They gather in clouds, slowly, over millions of years, eventually becoming dense enough to collapse, to form new stars, to create new lights in the darkness. The universe is always creating, always forming, always beginning again. Your breathing is imperceptible now, barely happening, so slow it's almost stopped. You're in the deepest relaxation, the most profound peace, the most complete rest. Floating in interstellar space, in the darkness between stars, in the vast quiet emptiness. And you've never felt more comfortable, more safe, more at peace. The universe holds you, infinity embraces you, eternity rocks you gently in arms that span all of space and time. The silence is absolute, total, perfect. There's no sound, no possibility of sound, no medium for sound to travel through. Just infinite quiet, infinite stillness, infinite peace. This is the silence at the heart of everything, the quiet from which all sound emerges, into which it returns, the peace that underlies all existence. You're approaching a beautiful stellar phenomenon now, a star-forming region, but we'll explore that soon. For now, just float, just drift, just rest in the interstellar medium, in the between places, in the vast peaceful emptiness that connects all things. You're rising now, ascending, pulling back to see a larger view. The stars that seemed so separate, so distinct, begin to merge, to form patterns, to reveal their collective nature. You're seeing the Milky Way, our galaxy, from outside, from a perspective no human has ever actually had, but one you can imagine, one you can experience in this peaceful floating journey through space. The Milky Way is a spiral galaxy, shaped like a disk, like a cosmic pinwheel. At its center, a bulge, densely packed with stars. And extending from this center, spiral arms, graceful curves where stars form, where gas and dust gather, where bright young stars illuminate the darkness. The galaxy rotates, slowly, taking about 225 million years for the Sun to complete one orbit, one galactic year. Earth has orbited the Sun over 4 billion times, but orbited the galactic center only about 20 times since it formed. Time operates on different scales: galactic time, cosmic time, time so vast it makes human lifespans seem like heartbeats, like blinks, like instants. And here's something about galaxies, about their size. The Milky Way is about 100,000 light-years across, containing between 200 and 400 billion stars. Each star a sun, many with planets, some potentially with life. The sheer number is staggering, incomprehensible, yet real. All of those stars, all of those worlds, all contained in this one galaxy, in this cosmic island floating in an even vaster ocean of space. But the Milky Way is not alone. It's part of a local group, a collection of about 54 galaxies, gravitationally bound, slowly moving through space together. Our nearest large neighbor is Andromeda, another spiral galaxy, about 2.5 million light-years away. Larger than the Milky Way, containing about 1 trillion stars. It's approaching us, moving toward us at about 70 miles per second. In about 4 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda will collide, will merge, will become one larger galaxy. But don't worry, the distances between stars are so vast that actual collisions, actual impacts, will be incredibly rare. The galaxies will pass through each other like ghosts, intermingling, dancing, gradually merging over hundreds of millions of years. You're seeing more galaxies now, dozens, hundreds, thousands. Each a collection of billions or trillions of stars. Each a vast island of light in the cosmic darkness. They form patterns, clusters, superclusters. Galaxies gathering in groups, like stars gather in galaxies, like atoms gather in molecules. The universe organizing itself, arranging itself according to gravity, according to simple laws that create complex beauty. And here's something about the number of galaxies, about the scale of the universe. There are estimated to be about 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. 2 trillion. Each containing billions or trillions of stars. Each star potentially with planets. The numbers become so large they lose meaning, become abstract, become incomprehensible. Yet somehow, understanding these numbers, contemplating this vastness, doesn't make you feel insignificant, doesn't make you feel small in a bad way. Instead, it brings peace, brings comfort, brings the profound relief of knowing that your worries, your concerns, your daily troubles are held within something infinitely larger, infinitely more patient, infinitely more eternal. Your breathing continues, so slow now, so gentle, so peaceful. Each breath is part of the cosmic rhythm, part of the universal flow. You're not separate from these galaxies, these stars, this vast cosmic ocean. You're part of it, made from it, connected to it through physics and chemistry and the simple fact of existence. This understanding brings deep peace, deep belonging, deep rest. The silence wraps around you gently. Everything feels perfectly still. You're floating among galaxies now, among these island universes, and despite the incomprehensible scale, despite the unimaginable distances, you feel at home, feel comfortable, feel perfectly, completely, eternally at peace. And here's something beautiful about the universe, something profound and peaceful. The universe is expanding. All the galaxies, all these islands of stars, are moving apart from each other. Space itself is expanding, creating more distance, more room, more emptiness between galaxies. This isn't galaxies moving through space, but space itself growing, stretching, expanding like the surface of an inflating balloon. This expansion was discovered in the 1920s by astronomer Edwin Hubble, who noticed that distant galaxies are moving away from us, and the farther away they are, the faster they're receding. This relationship, called Hubble's law, reveals that the universe is not static, not unchanging, but dynamic, evolving, growing. It had a beginning, the Big Bang, about 13.8 billion years ago, when all of space, all of time, all of matter and energy emerged from an infinitely small point, expanding, cooling, evolving into the universe we see today. The expansion is gentle, patient, unhurried. Galaxies drift apart slowly, taking billions of years to double their separation. There's no rush, no urgency, no violence in this expansion. Just slow, steady, eternal growth. Space becoming larger, the universe becoming more spacious, more roomy, more vast. And this continues, will continue, forever. The universe expanding endlessly, galaxies drifting further and further apart, until eventually, in the far future, each galaxy will be alone, isolated, surrounded by infinite darkness. But that's trillions of years away. For now, galaxies still cluster, still interact, still dance together in the cosmic night. Your breathing is barely perceptible now, so slow it's almost stopped. You're in the deepest relaxation imaginable, the most profound peace, the most complete rest. Floating in the expanding universe, in the growing cosmos, in space that's becoming ever more vast. And somehow, this expansion, this growth, this eternal stretching, feels comforting, feels right, feels like the universe breathing, like existence inhaling, like reality expanding with each breath you take. And here's something about cosmic inflation, about the very earliest moments of the universe. In the first tiny fraction of a second after the Big Bang, the universe expanded incredibly rapidly, exponentially, growing from smaller than an atom to larger than a galaxy in less than a billionth of a trillionth of a trillionth of a second. This inflation, this rapid expansion, smoothed out the universe, made it uniform, created the conditions necessary for galaxies and stars and planets and life to form. Without inflation, the universe would be chaotic, uneven, unable to support the structures we see. But with it, the universe became gentle, became ordered, became capable of creating beauty, creating complexity, creating you. The silence deepens, becomes more profound, more complete. You're so deep in space now, so far from everything, so immersed in cosmic peace. There's only darkness, only stars, only galaxies, only the infinite expanding universe, and it's perfect, it's beautiful, it's exactly where you need to be. You're drifting through the cosmic microwave background now, though you can't see it, can't sense it. It's the oldest light in the universe, radiation from the Big Bang itself, stretched by expansion from visible light into microwaves. This faint glow fills all of space, comes from all directions. It's the afterglow of creation, the echo of the beginning, radiation that's been traveling for over 13 billion years, carrying information about the early universe, about the conditions that led to everything, to galaxies, to stars, to planets, to life, to consciousness, to you floating peacefully in the cosmic darkness. And here's something about dark matter, about the invisible substance that fills the universe. Most of the matter in the universe, about 85%, doesn't emit light, doesn't reflect light, doesn't interact with light at all. We know it exists only through its gravitational effects, through the way it bends light from distant galaxies, through the way it holds galaxy clusters together, through the way it shapes the universe on the largest scales. Dark matter is mysterious, unknown, invisible, yet it's everywhere, permeating everything, including you, passing through your body right now. Countless dark matter particles streaming through you every second, completely unnoticed, completely unfelt, ghosts in a cosmic machine. Your body is completely relaxed now. Every muscle soft, every tension released, every concern dissolved. You're floating, drifting, existing in pure peace, pure stillness, pure cosmic calm. The universe holds you, infinity embraces you, eternity rocks you in arms that span all of space, all of time, all of existence. The silence wraps around you gently. Everything feels perfectly still. You're so deeply relaxed, so completely at peace, so totally comfortable. Floating in the expanding universe, in the growing cosmos, in the infinite darkness that's somehow warm, somehow welcoming, somehow perfectly, eternally, beautifully home. You're drifting towards something now, something mysterious yet peaceful. A black hole, that cosmic phenomenon where gravity becomes so strong that not even light can escape. But don't worry, don't fear. You're not getting too close, just close enough to appreciate its beauty, its mystery, its profound peacefulness. And here's something about black holes, about these enigmatic objects. They're not cosmic vacuum cleaners, not monsters devouring everything nearby. They're simply regions where mass has been compressed into an incredibly small volume, creating gravity so intense that the escape velocity exceeds the speed of light. Within the event horizon, that boundary of no return, nothing can escape. But outside the event horizon, black holes behave just like any other massive object. If you replace the sun with a black hole of equal mass, Earth would continue orbiting exactly as before. No change, no danger, just the same orbital mechanics, the same gravitational dance. Black holes form when massive stars much larger than our sun, exhaust their nuclear fuel and collapse. The outer layers explode as a supernova, scattering elements into space, seeding the cosmos with the building blocks of planets and life. But the core collapses, compressing smaller and smaller, denser and denser, until it becomes a black hole, a region where space-time curvature becomes infinite, where the normal rules of physics break down, where mystery dwells at the heart of darkness. You're observing from a safe distance, watching matter spiral into the black hole, forming an accretion disk, gas and dust orbiting, heating through friction, glowing brilliantly. The disk shines with incredible brightness, hotter than any star, emitting X-rays and other high-energy radiation. This light comes not from the black hole itself, but from the matter falling toward it, from the energy released by gravity, from particles racing faster and faster as they spiral inward, approaching the speed of light, growing hotter, brighter, more energetic, until finally crossing the event horizon and disappearing forever, vanishing from our universe, passing beyond the point of no return. Your breathing is so slow now, so gentle, so peaceful, barely happening at all. You're in the deepest relaxation, the most profound rest, the most complete peace. Watching the black hole, observing its mysteries, feeling no fear, no anxiety, only wonder, only curiosity, only the peaceful acceptance of cosmic mysteries that may never be fully understood. And here's something about time near a black hole, about how gravity warps not just space but time itself. Time passes more slowly in strong gravitational fields. Near a black hole, time slows dramatically. An observer falling toward the event horizon would experience time normally, but to someone watching from a distance, they would appear to slow down, moving more and more slowly, never quite reaching the horizon, frozen in time. This effect, called time dilation, is a consequence of Einstein's general relativity, of the way gravity curves space-time. It's real, measurable, proven. Time is not absolute, not uniform, not the same everywhere. It flows at different rates depending on gravity, on motion, on position in space-time. The black hole before you is supermassive, millions or billions of times the mass of the Sun. Such monsters lurk at the centers of most galaxies, including the Milky Way, where a black hole called Sagittarius A star contains about 4 million solar masses, compressed into a region smaller than Mercury's orbit. These supermassive black holes play crucial roles in galaxy formation, in galaxy evolution. Their gravity holds galaxies together. Their energy output when actively feeding regulates star formation throughout the galaxy. They're not destroyers but architects, not enemies but essential components of cosmic structure. The silence deepens, becomes more profound, more complete. You're so far from everything now, so deep in space, so immersed in cosmic peace. Watching the black hole, this enigma, this mystery, this beautiful demonstration of nature's power and strangeness. And it's peaceful, so peaceful. The black hole doesn't threaten, doesn't frighten. It simply exists, following the laws of physics, behaving according to mathematics, creating beauty in its own way, in its mysterious, incomprehensible, yet somehow comforting way. And here's something about what happens inside a black hole, about the singularity at its center. We don't really know. Our physics breaks down there. General relativity predicts infinite density, infinite curvature, but most physicists believe quantum effects become important before true infinity is reached. Perhaps the singularity is a quantum object, perhaps a wormhole, perhaps something entirely unexpected. We may never know, can never observe directly. But the mystery is beautiful, is acceptable, is part of the cosmic wonder that makes existence so rich, so deep, so endlessly fascinating. Your body is completely relaxed now, utterly at peace. Every muscle soft, every breath gentle, every thought dissolved into the peaceful darkness. You're floating near the black hole, observing its mysteries, and feeling completely, perfectly, eternally safe and calm. You're beginning the journey back now, gently, slowly, no rush. Turning away from the black hole, from the distant galaxies, from the vast cosmic expanses. Beginning the long peaceful drift back toward the solar system, back toward Earth, back toward home. But carrying with you everything you've seen, everything you've experienced, all the peace and wonder and cosmic perspective. The galaxies pass by again, those island universes, each containing billions of stars, each a vast system of light and darkness. They seem to wave goodbye, seem to acknowledge your passing. Their spiral arms, their elliptical forms, their irregular shapes, all beautiful, all unique, all part of the cosmic tapestry that fills the universe. You drift past them slowly, peacefully, knowing they'll be here, will continue their slow evolution, their gradual dances through space, long after you're gone, long after Earth is gone, long after the sun has died. And here's something about the future of stars, about what will happen in the far future of the universe. The brightest stars, the massive ones, live fast and die young, exploding as supernovae after just a few million years. Medium stars like the sun live longer, about 10 billion years, slowly fusing hydrogen into helium. Then swelling into red giants before gently puffing off their outer layers and settling down as white dwarfs. Small stars, red dwarfs, live longest of all, trillions of years, burning slowly, efficiently, long after all other stars have died. In the far future, the universe will be populated only by red dwarfs, by white dwarfs, by neutron stars and black holes, all gradually cooling, all slowly fading into darkness. But that's so far in the future, so distant a prospect, that it brings no sadness, only peaceful acceptance of the universe's cycles, of creation and destruction, of beginning and ending, of the eternal flow of existence. Your breathing continues, so gentle now, so peaceful, barely noticed. You're in such deep relaxation, such profound rest. Drifting homeward through space, through the darkness, through the infinite peaceful void. The stars accompany you, their light constant, eternal. They've been shining for millions or billions of years, will continue shining for millions or billions more. They're patient, permanent, peaceful companions on your cosmic journey. You pass through the Kuiper Belt again, those icy bodies orbiting in the outer solar system. Then past the ice giants, those beautiful blue worlds in their eternal twilight. Past the gas giants with their magnificent rings, their dozens of moons, their complex atmospheric patterns. Past the asteroid belt, those ancient rocky remnants. And finally, approaching the inner solar system, approaching the familiar rocky planets, approaching Earth. The silence wraps around you gently. Everything feels perfectly still. You're approaching home now, approaching the blue and white world hanging in the blackness, approaching Earth with its swirling clouds, its blue oceans, its green continents. That small planet where all human history has unfolded, where all human drama has played out, where billions of lives have been lived, where you exist, where you belong. It looks so small from space, so fragile, so precious. A pale blue dot, as Carl Sagan called it, suspended in a sunbeam. And here's something about Earth's uniqueness, about what makes our planet special. It exists in the habitable zone around the sun, at just the right distance for liquid water to exist. Not too hot, not too cold. It has a large moon, unusual for a planet of Earth's size, which stabilizes its rotation, creates tides, makes the climate more stable. It has a magnetic field, generated by its liquid iron core, which protects the surface from harmful radiation, allows the atmosphere to persist, makes complex life possible. It has plate tectonics, moving continents, recycling carbon, regulating climate over geological time. All these factors together make Earth not just habitable but stable, not just livable but perfect for life as we know it. You're descending now, slowly, gently, peacefully. Entering the atmosphere, feeling nothing, experiencing only peace. The air grows thicker around you, the sky brightens. The stars fade as sunlight scatters to the atmosphere, creating the blue sky we see every day, hiding the cosmic darkness beyond. You're almost home now, almost back, almost returned to the familiar world. But changed, transformed, carrying with you the peace of space, the perspective of the cosmos, the profound calm that comes from understanding your place in the universe. Your body is so relaxed now, so deeply at peace, so completely comfortable. You're settling back into yourself, back into your body, back into your bed, into the soft mattress beneath you, the comfortable blanket over you, the pillow cradling your head. You're home, safe, warm, comfortable. Carrying with you the peace of space, the calm of the cosmos, the infinite tranquility of the universe. The journey is complete. The cosmic voyage is done. You've traveled further than any human has physically gone, seen wonders beyond imagination, floated through the infinite peaceful darkness of space. And now, you rest. You sink deeper into comfort, deeper into relaxation, deeper into the most peaceful sleep. Everything feels perfectly still. Your breathing is so slow, so gentle, so peaceful, barely perceptible, just the softest flow of air, in and out, natural, effortless, eternal. You don't need to think about breathing, don't need to control it. It happens by itself, perfectly, automatically, like the orbits of planets, like the spinning of galaxies, like everything in the cosmos, following natural laws, flowing according to simple principles. The silence wraps around you gently, completely, totally. It's not the silence of space now, but the silence of sleep, the quiet of rest, the profound stillness of deep relaxation. This silence holds you, embraces you, becomes you. You're dissolving into it, merging with it, becoming one with the peaceful darkness. Your body is completely relaxed. Every muscle soft, every tension released, every concern dissolved. You're sinking into the mattress, into the bed, into comfort so deep it has no bottom. Your head rests on the pillow, so comfortable, so soft. Your body is heavy, wonderfully heavy, the weight of complete relaxation, of total letting go, of perfect peace. Remember everything you've seen tonight. Remember the stars, those distant suns burning across light years of space. Remember the nebulae, those stellar nurseries glowing with creation. Remember the planets, those worlds orbiting their stars in gravitational harmony. Remember the asteroids, those ancient rocks drifting through the darkness. Remember the galaxies, those island universes floating in the cosmic ocean. Remember the black hole, that enigmatic mystery at the heart of darkness. Remember Earth, that precious blue world hanging in space, home, perfect, unique. All of these memories, all of these images, drift through your mind like clouds, like dreams, beautiful and distant, requiring no attention, no thought, just gentle awareness as they pass and fade. You don't need to hold on to them, don't need to remember them. They're part of you now, part of your understanding, part of your peace. They can rest while you rest, sleep while you sleep, dream while you dream. The silence deepens. The darkness completes. The peace becomes absolute. You're so deeply relaxed now, so profoundly at rest, so completely comfortable. There's nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to do, no reason to hold on to awareness. You can let everything go, release everything, surrender to sleep. Your breathing is almost imperceptible now, barely happening, just the faintest whisper of life, the gentlest rhythm. You might not even notice you're breathing, it's become so soft, so automatic, so peaceful. Like the universe expanding, like time flowing, like existence continuing, your breath flows on its own, requiring nothing from you, allowing you to simply rest, to simply be, to simply sleep. Everything is still. Everything is quiet. Everything is peaceful. The cosmic journey has brought you home, brought you to this moment, brought you to this perfect, complete, absolute rest. You float now not in space but in sleep, not among stars but in dreams, not in the universe but in the infinite peaceful darkness of deep, deep, restful sleep. The universe continues around you. Stars burn, planets orbit, galaxies spiral, space expands. But you're letting it all go, releasing your awareness of it, sinking into sleep. Your consciousness fades like starlight at dawn, gradually, naturally, peacefully. There's no need to hold on, no need to stay aware. Just let go, let go, let go completely. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. Let the universe hold you. Let infinity embrace you. Let eternity rock you in arms that span all of space and time. You are safe. You are home. You are perfectly, completely, eternally at peace. Your mind is quiet. Your body is still. Your breath is soft. And you are drifting, floating, falling into the deepest, most peaceful, most restorative sleep. Everything is dark. Everything is quiet. Everything is still. And you rest, sleep, dream in perfect, infinite, eternal peace. The stars shine on. The universe expands. The cosmos continues its eternal dance. And you sleep deeply, peacefully, completely. Rest now. Rest completely. Rest eternally. Let go of everything. Release all awareness. Surrender to sleep, to dreams, to the peaceful darkness that holds all things, that embraces all existence, that nurtures all life. Sleep. 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 You are safe. You are comfortable. You are at peace. The journey is complete. the story is done. And you drift now into the infinite peaceful darkness of deep, restorative, beautiful sleep. Everything fades. Everything quiets. Everything stills. And you sleep peacefully, completely, eternally. Sweet dreams among the stars. Rest deeply in cosmic peace. Sleep now, sleep, sleep. As you drift deeper into sleep now, completely relaxed, remember this peaceful journey can return whenever you need it. If this soothing story helped you relax tonight, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new calming sleep story every week. Sweet dreams, rest deeply, sleep now, peacefully, completely.